So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
Angel. Here goes that. Hey, what's up? Crazy.
From the shotgun, May with it. A complete to Drake London. And he's going to be... bounce right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
A gain of 2.
They'll throw with May. Olave over the middle.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's May. And it is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. But here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To the air, May. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. Touchdown! Dante Thornton, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans driving right down the field to score on their opening drive.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Allen. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. A solid stiff arm. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Oh, it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jackson Smith-Njigba. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jackson 7. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen. 2 of them fail. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory, but I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want, and they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now Allen. The throw out wide will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. A man who was a collegiate standout nearby in Austin. It's Bijan Robinson. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw, it's Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Smith, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Now he's loose at the 40. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 28. 48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another first and 10.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Alert, alert, alert! Middle, 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 middle. Stop.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught at the 8. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. Throw left side complete to Chase. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to do.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Bijan Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here goes throw.
Looking to throw. May. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Crazy.
From the gun, it's May. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's May. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be a touchdown.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing here is May. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. And this will be taken at the 13. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 3. And they go play action with May. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
He'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.